Hello, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to do a second video on this man that went missing. I know I can't pronounce his name and I can't roll my R's or anything like that. But his first name is spelled Piotr and his last name is spelled Drabik. And let's see what this says. There's an image of him. And he was former head of the Biological Regeneration Lab and assistant professor at the University School of Physical Education in Gdansk. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that right. He wrote articles for Stadion Publishing on use of supplements in sports training, on how physical efforts affect immunity, and on the mechanisms of fatigue until September 2006, when he disappeared. A NSERC visiting fellow at National Institute for Nanotechnology, National Research Council of Canada, Edmonton, Alberta. Before that, a NCERC visiting fellow at Biotechnology Research Institute, National Research Council of Canada, Montreal, Quebec. He holds a PhD in exercise physiology from the University School of Physical Education in Gdansk. Forgive me if I'm chopping up any words. The thesis was awarded by the Prime Minister of Poland as the best PhD dissertation in Poland in 1998. So you can already tell he's very well accomplished. MS in Biological Regeneration and Physiotherapy, University School of Physical Education in Gdansk. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. And MS or MSc in Molecular Biology, Faculty of Biology, Geography, and Oceanography, University of Gdansk. He also has a PhD in Computational Chemistry, Faculty of Chemistry, University of Gdansk, and you can see how well accomplished he is. And the list just goes on. The list just goes on. So, thanks to his background in physiology, molecular biology, and chemistry, and then it mentions his name, offered state-of-the-art insight to knowledge about supplementation and speeding up recovery. His fluency in English, Polish, and Russian, and his direct professional contacts with the Institutes of Physical Education and Sports in Poland, Russia, and Ukraine keep him very well informed of the latest research and practices of leaders in the use of means of recovery. And then there's his name again. Like all authors, working with Stadion Publishing is an athlete. He competed in Taekwondo, WTF, with considerable success at the national level. He competed in the Junior Championships of Poland, silver in 1990, Youth Championships of Poland, silver in 1992 and 1993, Senior Championships of Poland, silver in 1992, bronze in 1995, and the International Tournament in Taekwondo, and I don't know how to pronounce the other words, silver in 1994. His other athletic interests are mountaineering, trekking in the world's most remote areas, yachting, skydiving, and scuba diving. His intellectual hobbies are philosophy, and which includes philosophy of religion, astrobiology, meteorology, and history, the Middle Ages, polar explorations. He disappeared in September of 2006 after he landed on the island of, and I don't know how to pronounce that either, Hawaii, where he was seen on airport security cameras. He arrived there from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, through Salt Lake City, Utah, and Honolulu, Hawaii. Police in Utah and Hawaii have long ago stopped searching for him. His father, author of Stadion's book Children's and Sports Training, has not given up and asked for any leads. So, and you know, I don't know how many of you have lost loved ones or children, but you know, his father, you know, I just feel terrible for his father. And then it talks, here he is so well accomplished, able to defend himself, taught to defend himself, trained in all these athletic sports. He climbed Mount Everest, and then he goes to Hawaii and just disappears. And so and here's a description. He's male, Caucasian, age 37, born May 14th, 1972, 6'1", about 175 pounds, dark brown, black hair, a bird-like cross tattoo on his upper left arm, Polish citizen, employed by Canada's National Institute of Nanotechnology, National Research Council of Canada in Edmonton, Alberta. He was 34 years old when he disappeared. And here's another picture of him. And I would imagine that somebody, I imagine the people that flew on the planes had to have seen him. I would imagine that he talked to people. I don't know if they're like we are here, because, where I live, we talk to everybody. We go to Walmart, we talk to people in line. We go to McDonald's, we sit there and we might talk to somebody at the other tables. We don't have a Starbucks where we live, but we talk to everybody everywhere. We even have a restaurant that we go to where they seat different people at a table from different families. Like, the tables are big round tables, so you might have, if you're in a small family, they might seat other small families with yours, so that you just sit there and talk to people. So that's the way we are. We talk to people. So I imagine the people that flew with him, and I'm sure he has an accent, right? So you would notice the accent. Even if you were at a restaurant ordering and you saw him, you would notice the accent, right? So people had to have seen him in different places. So I'm wondering how many people have come forward. So if you have seen him, and here's another image. So here's excellent physical shape. Excellent physical shape, I have to say. If you have seen him on or after September of 2006 or know anything about his whereabouts, they ask you to please email at info at, which is the A with the circle around it, not AT, Stadion, STADION .com. So that's what it says. So if you have any information about him whatsoever, maybe you remember him, maybe you saw him somewhere, maybe you were on vacation and you noticed him. It's 2006. It's been a lot of years, but people go on vacation, they take pictures, they record things. Maybe you have a picture of him. You just never know, maybe somebody was there and maybe they remember him. I know I've been places and here's the island, right? Because you go on vacation, you remember things. I worked at a casino once years ago, and people would come a few years later and they would see me and they would recognize me and remember me. So, and here is another website about him. Chemist, educator, molecular biology. I'm pretty sure this is him, yeah. So, and this talks about him. And my children are not near as well as accomplished as he is, but I love my children. You love your children with all your heart. But here he was, he was set to be able to take on the world and, to conquer anything. And then he just disappears and without a trace. You don't have closure. They don't have closure. They can't even scatter his ashes or anything. They don't know what happened to him. When you lose a loved one and you hear something bad or terrible happens to him, then you can't help but wonder, did this happen or did that happen? And it's just the emotional stress is just, horrendous. But I just wanted to do another video because I stopped after I read all that he had accomplished, and I just didn't want to go on to the next video yet. So, and I can't even imagine. Taekwondo, astronomy, philosophy. so sad and such a shame. And I just feel like somebody out there knows something, right? And I hope they come forward. Maybe they saw him on a different island. You know, maybe they saw him somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they went hiking with him, snorkeling with him. Who knows? But I would think somebody knows something. I would imagine that he ran into people. So here's another photo of him. And of course, if you have any information, you should contact authorities. But I wanted to include this because here's his website, stadion.com. You can see the website in the upper left-hand corner, right? And if you go to that website, they have a place where you can leave a reply. You can leave, and it says your email will not be published, and you can enter information. So I just feel like by the age of 34, he had really accomplished a lot. And when anyone goes missing, it's just horrendous and very sad. Anyway, it's heartbreaking. So, if you have any information, make sure you please contact them. And don't forget to pray for his family and his loved ones. Feel free to leave comments and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.